Hi, we're back for another video. My name is Mr. Steve, and we have done so far 20 different letter crafts. Let's say them together. We did A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. And then today we're going to be doing U, V, W, X. 4 more crafts. So if you're going to do the crafts with me, we're going to start off with the letter U. So let's take away the V, the W, and the X. We'll see them again soon. And then let's bring out our letter U bag. As usual, we need to have our crayons and a glue stick. We are making unicorns. So as you can see with this unicorn, we are going to have a head, a little horn, and then we have the feathers of the unicorn. So those are going to color on using any color you want to. So let's get started. Make sure everything that we need is inside our bag. Alrighty. We have our piece of paper. Good. We have our letter U. Good. We have our unicorn head. Good. And then we have our yellow unicorn horn. Did you know a unicorn horn is called an alicorn? Yeah, look it up. All right, let's glue the letter U onto our paper now. The letter U is the same on either side, so it doesn't matter how you glue it. This paper is going to be stuck on U, or the U is going to be stuck on the paper. All right, we have to make sure we leave some room to put the head. There we go. Okay. Next, let's glue on the head of the unicorn. You know, the unicorn is the national animal of Scotland. That's a country. And they chose the unicorn to be their national animal. You think that's a good choice? What would you choose if you were choosing the national animal? Okay, let's get out our unicorn horn. Do you remember what it's called again? Alicorn. A-L-L-I-C-O-R-N. All right, let's put a little bit of glue on the top of our unicorn's head, and maybe we can get our horn tilted a little bit, like that. I always think if it goes straight up, it kind of looks like a party hat, which unicorns are pretty much party animals, I would think, so it probably works out that way too. All right, so let's get out our crayons. We're going to do the face first. You can pick any color you want for the eyes, but I do want to tell you that unicorn eyes are usually purple or blue. So I'm going to pick out purple. That's my choice. You could do whatever color you want to. Alrighty. I think I'll just make a circle eye. This is only one side of the unicorn's head, so we only need one eye. And I always think of unicorns having eyelashes, so I'm going to make some eyelashes. Good. And then we could do a little bit of a nose. Now they do have 2 nostrils. So I'm just going to put 2 dots next to each other like that. And then should the unicorn be smiling? I think so. I'm going to make mine smile. You can do whatever you want with yours. So that's my unicorn head. I like it. All right, so now we are going to make the rainbow unicorn hair. So pick out a whole bunch of colors, whatever colors you want. I mean, you could also just make it one color if you want, but I'm going to make it a whole bunch. Let's see, what about, okay, some yellow too. And then maybe a little blue. So I have all of these crayons right here. I'm going to go to the tail. And I'm just going to make them like this. See how they're nice and colorful? And then you can extend them. So yellow, purple, blue, orange, green, pink. See how nice and colorful that is? A little more green here. I like that. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Oops. So we're going to do it at the tail and also behind the head. Think of it like a horse. All right. Maybe I'll just do a couple of these at a time. I'll do one. So boom, boom. It's always cool to do things like this because you realize there are different ways to do it. So I did it one way here, and it wasn't as easy as it could have been. So now I'm doing it a different way. That's one of the fun things about crafts is you can try all different ways to see which ways work. And there's no right or wrong way. There's only your way. I broke my blue crayon. I'll put that over here. That's sad. All right. What colors did you end up using? Excellent. Let's spell the word unicorn, which is right over here. And then we'll be done with our unicorn. U N. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Do you know what baby unicorns are called? You're going to love this. They're called sparkles. Baby unicorns are called sparkles. And do you know what the baby unicorns call their father? Popcorn. Do you think that's true? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I've never met a unicorn before, so I'm not sure. Anyhow, that is my unicorn. We're going to next get out our next letter. And you must know what that is. R-S-T-U-V. Right. So let's get out our V bags. And while we're getting our bags, I'll show you what we're making. We're making a volcano. Volcano. Pretty cool. All right. So let's get everything we need. And you know, I will tell you that volcanoes are something that we do see in the world. There's over 1,500 active volcanoes. The biggest volcano in the whole world is in Hawaii. It's called Mauna Loa, and it's the biggest volcano. All right, so let's glue the V right in the middle. You want to try to make it as close to the middle as you can because we're going to be putting two mountains on either side of our letter V. So we have a red letter V, and then we have two brown mountains. They're triangles, but they're mountains too. So we're going to put one on either side of this letter V. So you can either glue the back of the paper or you can just glue the paper itself. And it's going to go off of your paper just a little bit, but that's okay. All right. There's one. And there's two. Okay. Now, do you know what the liquid is called that comes out of the volcano? It starts with an L. Lava, right. Lava is very, very hot. And we're going to draw some lava exploding out of the volcano. So we're going to use a hot crayon. What crayon color would be really good for making something hot? Yeah, I think red would be good. How about orange too? So we have red, and orange. Those are two really good colors. In fact, let's do this one too. This is orange red. When lava cools, do you know what it becomes? It becomes a rock. Yeah, so lava is really, really hot liquid. It comes out of a volcano when it explodes. And then when it cools down, it cools into rocks. All right, you can pick any color you want to start. And we're going to be just drawing out big long lines like this. Because this volcano is exploding. This reminds me, how can you tell if a volcano is mad? It blows its top. All right, so we have some orange and red. Oh yeah, look at that. That's looking really hot. Love it. That's looking so hot. And then how about this one too? You know, I'll tell you, if I didn't know this was actual paper that I drew it on, I would think this was real. And I would be worried about touching it because I think it'd be too hot. Maybe I'll make some go off to the side. Yeah. Awesome. Just keep on coloring it in. All right, and that's it. Let's spell the word volcano. V O L C A N O. And we just spelled and created a volcano. You see the letter V? Excellent. Excellent. Oh, put it on the side. All right, so next what we're going to do is we're going to get out our letter W craft. For the letter W, we're going to be making a worm. Worm. This is an example of the worm that I made. So we're all going to have some dirt and then a letter W, which is the worm. And then we can use our crayon and draw on it. You can see I put the eyes over here. I have to tell you something. I put them on, but worms don't have any arms, legs, or eyes. So you might not want to put any on yours. I think this next time I do one, I might not put them on. We'll see. But this is an example of what it could look like. Let's make sure we have all three pieces that we need. We have our piece of paper, which is green. We have our dirt. And then we have our letter W. Let's put the letter W down first and glue it. This is another one that is the same either way. We've had a lot of those letters in a row, haven't we? Now be careful when you glue it down, because what letter does the letter W look like if it's upside down? It looks like the letter M, right? So we have to make sure we put it the right side up. And make sure you leave a little room for the dirt at the bottom too. All right. There it is. All right, and then we're going to put the dirt right on top of the bottom of the worm. So it's like the worm is in the dirt. Speaking of worms being in dirt, I was reading that sometimes there'll be like an acre of land. So maybe the size of your backyard or a big backyard. And in that backyard, not yours, but in that amount of space, there could be 1 million worms all in the dirt, all over the place. But that's why dirt's important to have in this craft. All right, so what I'd like to do for my worm, I'm going to bring out the brown crayon to start with. And worms do have lines on them like this. So I'm going to just make some lines like that. You could do that if you want to. It's totally your choice. You might be wondering if worms don't have eyes, then how do we know which side is the head and the face and which side is the back? There's a pretty easy thing you could do. If you tickle the middle of the worm, just see what side laughs, and that's the face. Okay. I just don't know. Let me try it. Tickle, 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 tickle. Oh, looks like this side. Okay. This is going to be the face. I'm sorry, I have to put eyes on it. We'll pretend that they're not really eyes, but there you go. I like to have a smiling worm. There it is. Very cool. And maybe we could do some stuff in the sky up here too. Like maybe some clouds, maybe some birds. Those are supposed to be birds. I'm trying. All right, and then we need to have a crayon to write the word worm on it. Since we don't really have much space, I think the dirt would be the best place to write the word worm. It only has 4 letters. You can see it right over here. W, O, R, M. And we just spelled worm. Worm. Fantastic. We are just bustling through these things, aren't we? We have one more letter for this particular video, and it's the letter X. So get your X bag out. And while you're getting everything all squared away, I'm just going to show you what we're making. We are making X-rays. X-rays. Now, X-rays are able to see into your body to see bones. So that's why we have bones in this. We have the black letter X, 2 bones, and a red piece of paper. Alrighty. So make sure you have everything. Red piece of paper. Black X. And 2 bones. And you can see, if you take 1 bone in each hand, you can try this with me. You could make a few different letters. You could make the letter X. You could make the letter T. You could make the letter L. Kind of. What other letter could you make? Let's see. You could make the letter I. Yeah, so those are some different ideas of what you can do with 2 bones. Let's glue the letter X down. All right. And there it is. And we're just going to put 1 bone across this way and 1 bone across that way. Bing, bang, boom. You go here, my friend. Thank you. And you go here, my friend. Thank you. And we've created an X. Now, X-rays do make sure they looked at our bones to see if the bones are healthy. Do you know what you could do to help keep your bones healthy? Yeah, you can eat better and exercise. When you're eating, you could make choices like eating calcium and vitamin D. So that might be eggs or milk or cheese or some nuts. There's some good things you can have with that. And also exercising is really important. Okay, let's spell the word X-ray underneath. So we need an X, and there's a little dash. And then R, A, Y. And that spells X-ray. Now, an X-ray technician is the person who takes the pictures. Uses the X-ray to take pictures of your bones. If I have some advice for you, it would be don't ever marry an X-ray technician because they'll see right through you. Some life advice. Just kidding. So anyhow, that's this X-ray. I wonder what those bones are. Are those arm bones? Leg bones? Finger bones? I just don't know. It's whatever you want it to be. Let's bring out all the crafts that we made. We made 4 different crafts. Unicorn, volcano, worm, and X-ray. You did awesome. Next time, we just have 2 letters to do. Y and Z. And then after we do those 2 letters, I just want to play a little game with you with all the different crafts that we made. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.